It's the Brian and Kendra Show with Brian Cook and Kendra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kendra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, it's the Brian and Kendra Show with Brian Cook and Kendra Cox with Keller Williams Realty Elite. And it's been a while since I've been on the radio. Seems like the rodeo has been a couple of weeks, but hey, we're back and get back in this groove of
When was that?
rodeo.
Were we not here last week?
Were we here last week?
No, we weren't. We had to do a live because Branson was gone.
Yeah, he was.
I was wondering how long I could be quiet. Not very long. I literally thought, I'm not going to say a word and see what he does. I couldn't do it.
You could do it. You almost made it. You didn't even make it at 30
I didn't even make it a minute.
Man.
Jeez. Okay, so Branson took an amazing trip. He
In
said
a motorhome.
8 states, 8 days.
8 states, 8 days, yeah.
Okay.
It's the new thing, right?
It is.
Motorhome
Wait. With the whole family.
With the whole family, 8 people.
The whole family.
2 babies.
Like his mom and his dad and his sister and brother-in-law and a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old and the wifey.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Branson, hats off to you.
It was crazy.
It
was exhausting,
y'all are
but it was fun. It was a good time.
And you didn't take your own car, like you all packed in the motorhome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. I love my family. I can't do it. I don't even want to be with my
Game
family
on.
that much. Like,
Game on.
really, you take the whole fam, the in-laws and everything.
So when we went to Jacob's wedding, on the way back from Jacob's wedding, they had a car following us, but at Murfreesboro, whatever that is, the diamond digging place in Arkansas,
Oh yeah.
they said, hey, let's divert. So we diverted, but we realized you couldn't get hotel rooms even close.
Oh.
So we all slept in the motorhome. My 5, my brother's 5, and my mother and father-in-law. So there were 12
That's
of us.
tight.
Wow.
It was insane.
No walking space, am I right?
I say we slept. I'm not sure anybody really slept. I was curled up on the dash. So we slept in the shower. I mean, it was crazy. Well, not really, but it felt like that.
Awesome. All right, I'm all up for a road trip. In fact, I'm going to be gone in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So it's
Yes,
going to be
I'm
the Brian
so
and Branson
excited.
show.
Maybe. I think I'm going to pre-record with Richard Burroughs at
Oh.
Sherwin-Williams, and we'll have a
Richard and Brian
pre-recorded show. Yeah, the Brian and Richard show. I don't know. It's not going to be like that. He's going to be gone, so it's going to pre-record.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
sorry. I didn't know you wanted to have
You
a
just
show
cut
without
me
me.
out.
I see how it is. Okay, so Brian's on his own July 9th. We'll just see what
We'll
happens.
just talk about numbers the whole time.
Oh my gosh, but Brian, I want people to listen to us.
You want him to come back? All 3 of you swear to come back after I do my statistics for an hour.
Woo, okay, it's been a
I'll
day,
be here
man.
doing my thing, and you guys
Yeah.
will actually be pre-record playing. He
You'll
just
have no
thinks he
idea. It's
did
going to
it.
be great.
It's great.
It's going to be great. Okay, so today was kind of nuts. So how many houses did we look at? 1, 2, 3. And how many did you show? Did you show houses
What is
today?
today? Yeah, I showed one. I know of.
I thought you were.
Oh yeah, I
visiting
showed the one.
I don't
The other
know.
one
I
made
don't
it
know
off
where I
wrong.
was today, but man, it was.
We got
crazy.
one of our all-time longest closings closed.
Yes, we did. Hallelujah.
And one of our longest all-time listings closed last week.
Well, you did
Almost
it.
1,000
Oh,
days.
sure enough.
We just don't give up. 1,000 days on the market. We finally. The guy said sell it. We said, oh fine. We won't break 1,000 days. We'll go ahead and sell it now.
Was that your goal, boss? 1,000 days.
I said, please never do that again.
All right, so we got some things going on. So you just
Yeah.
talked about a closing. Do you want to do your stats?
Hey, let's do it.
I want to hear.
Okay.
Because this morning you showed it to me, and like
You
I
were
swear I must
just
have cross-eyed. I haven't had any coffee yet.
Okay, so active listings in Woodward, we are down to 54.
Okay, which is my chair just dropped, and I just
Yes,
got
okay.
really short. It made a sound, and it was a chair. I swear.
Okay, so 54. What you gonna ask before you interrupted everybody? Okay, I've got.
I don't know. Do y'all need to know right now that there are certain things that cannot happen in Bernice, my Jeep? And one of them is that sound that just happened from my chair.
Yes. Not legal. Okay. Can't talk about that stuff on the radio.
I didn't say fart.
We have 4. We have
It was
4
the chair.
new listings on the market. I want to change the subject.
But it was the chair.
Okay. Okay. There's 4 new listings on the market. There's 38 pending. So that's actually more than there has been in quite a while. Like, we have a whole bunch of pending. So what's weird is in May, we just went to this, like, it died in May. Probably because I went on vacation.
Oh, wow. Thinks
Right?
highly of oneself.
So,
Do you call
convenient
yourself
time-
the cash cow, too?
the convenient time to
Alrighty.
go on vacation. So everything kind of stopped.
May and June, go on vacation.
June has picked up substantially because we have now 50. There's 38 pending in Woodward, 51 total in Northwest Oklahoma.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, so there's 11 new pending contracts.
It's
It's
awesome.
crazy. 10 in Woodward. 10 of those contracts are in Woodward.
Really?
So I heard, I
Cool.
just saw one fell through as I was coming to the office.
Aw, that's a bummer.
So, which is crazy. So someday when you talk about reasons they fall through.
Oh, we should.
Be a
We
great
could probably
show.
do that today if you want to.
Okay.
I mean, it's
We
not
got-
like we didn't commit to anything until
Okay,
10
we
minutes
spent all
ago.
week keeping one together. And then, so we've got 7 closings in the last 7 days. Woodward's had 4 of those, 7. So our months of inventory, which is kind of the number we use to trace the fluidity of the market, whatever, it's 3.45. So that's been consistent for about a month. And so we're staying consistent. I mean, it's consistent. It's everything's kind of declining down to a low inventory, which usually means prices go up. So we'll see.
Yes, so. So we're working on a new listing that's going to go live tomorrow.
Which one?
Oh my gosh, it's a good thing I'm here.
Well, because we've got several, don't we? Have 2
Well,
or 3 or 4? We're no
if you
ceiling
read
with.
those notes I sent you, boat in it.
Yep.
I love a boat. Okay, it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know the square footage. Right now, honestly, I can't even
4,000
tell
some
you.
square feet. It's big.
The
Big house.
upstairs, when we walked upstairs to
Oh,
that bonus
Talking,
room,
it would be like the
it is like the
grandkid.
bonus room ever.
If you've got like,
Oh
you know,
my gosh.
4 kids or like 18 grandkids,
Okay,
this is
so
your house.
every year at spring break, my mom has cousin camp.
Oh yeah.
My
it's
mom
sweet.
needs that house for cousin camp.
Ooh, yeah.
Seriously. I mean, that upstairs, oh my gosh, it's just so darn cute. It's
Yes.
beautiful. Okay, so pretty excited about that. So be watching
Yep.
our Facebook page because we're going to be posting that next week.
Yep.
All right, do you want to take a quick break before we get started?
Okay.
Let's do it.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward, to call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
Homeowners and business owners, do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
This is Todd McHugh
Jackie Jones.
and Flor Castro.
with Woodward County Abstract. Thank you to all of Northwest Oklahoma for letting Woodward County Abstract handle all of your real estate closing and title needs.
We provide real estate closings and title insurance for all of Northwest Oklahoma.
Pasen a verme para todas sus dudas y preguntas sobre bienes raíces. Con gusto les explico el proceso y estoy disponible a cada paso de la transacción para asistir con lo que usted necesite para cerrar su contrato.
We appreciate your business.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trencing, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street. All right, we're back, and today we're going to talk about some important things when buying a home. I know it seems like we talk about this off and on, but
It's kind of what we do.
it's kind of what we do, and we want to make sure if there's new listeners, you know, the 4th person out there, and we want to make sure that you know about buying a house.
All right, so we are going to talk about Did you already say back to the basics? We're kind of putting a couple of things together. So you handed me some information that said 6 important questions to ask when buying a home, but it didn't really look very fun to me. That's kind of what I told you. Well, I just don't really want to do that. So so we added this back to the basics. So first things first, let's talk about the questions and get that boring stuff out of the way. All right, so first things first, what is included in the sale? So this is the part, like, I want you to talk about, and I'm going to tell the story again because it always cracks me up. When we were competing, like, our co-optation, and we were good competitors. Like, I don't mean that I challenged you. But I mean in the respect that anytime I needed something, like, I could text you, like, hey, Brian, I need a fence guy. And I have some contacts on my phone that you'd laugh at because I saved them exactly how you sent them.
Yes.
They're pretty descriptive. So I know exactly who the fence guy is. So, I mean, you're very helpful as a competitor. So that made working for you even easier, I guess. But one of the things, and this is kind of funny, you must have been in quite the mood because I texted you and I said, hey, this bathroom mirror is not typical. It's very decorative. And it really didn't. It wasn't a bathroom mirror, frankly. It was more like one that you would put in your living room or in your hallway or something.
It was in the bathroom.
It was in the bathroom, and so I said, "This really is not typical. Is this going to stay?" And you said, "Contract says all mirrors stay."
Oh,
I said, "Consider me schooled." Like I literally texted that back to you. You didn't even reply, and I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway.
I was probably busy, and you took it wrong. That's what I tell my wife. I was busy, and you took it wrong.
Whatever, I don't care. So there are things that stay with the property that are included in, and whenever we talk about the contract, we are talking about the Oklahoma Real Estate Commission has put out a contract that we use, a residential real estate contract. So for our purposes, that's what we're discussing because that's what we use.
Yep.
So right now, we've already closed 60, do you remember how many? 67, 70 sides, around 70 sides. So 70 transactions, so to speak. That's the contract we've used on probably 69 out of 70. So it's important that we keep that in mind because a contract can change. So you've got to read your contract. We know our contract. So, all right. So what stays in our contract?
So number one, well, there's a whole list. I should have brought the list. But basically, the things that are the most confusing are appliances. Everybody asks, hey, what appliances stay? Well, anything that's an under cabinet, built-in appliance, stove, microwave if it's built in, not just sitting on the counter, dishwasher, ice maker, trash compactor, any of those that are built in. If you have a wheelie round dishwasher, it's not built in.
Right.
It doesn't have to stay.
Okay, but even
in your refrigerator.
But you said wheel around dishwasher, which makes me think of, like, my stove is not a built-in stove.
Yes.
It still has to stay.
Correct.
It has to stay with contract. One of the things that I didn't understand some years ago, like whenever I first started, it came to my attention that, like, FHA, USDA, even some conventional loans require the stove to be there. So if the appraiser does the appraisal and there's no stove, they're going to say, hey, you got to have a stove. So it's very important that that stays with the property. Did you say refrigerator?
Refrigerator does not
It does
stay.
not just automatically stay. It's something that you'd have to request and make sure you put that in writing in your contract. Unless?
It's one of those built-in fancy ones.
Yes, like a Sub-Zero or whatever.
Yes.
Fancy schmancy.
Yes, which we're getting ready to put one of them on the market.
Yes, we are.
The whole house with the refrigerator.
Is that the one for tomorrow?
I have to write my note
It's
here.
been such a long day, y'all. Such a long day. All right. So, what else stays with the property?
The carpet.
Yes. Is that something you've seen leave before?
Yes.
How about surround sound?
Surround sound is complicated because half the people have surround sound and they don't even know how to use it.
Ain't it the truth?
And they're just like, oh, I don't even know. There's speakers, but I don't know if they work or not. Well, it says if they're there, the sound speakers and the equipment to run them are supposed to stay.
Say that again.
The sound equipment that runs the speakers is also supposed to stay.
Oh, okay. Because that's where it's pricey, am I right?
Yeah, those are like, I can't remember which agent we were dealing with. Maybe it's Linda.
I thought it was you.
Always.
I thought you had both sides.
Maybe. I remember buying one of them receiver things. I don't know what it is. I had to go to Radio Shack and say, I need one of the receiver things for a radio system.
So do you currently have surround sound and don't know how to use it?
I do not have. I do not. I have. Yeah.
All right, so surround sound. So what I'm saying, the point here is that these things are tricky. Really got to pay attention. If you have a question, and I've admitted I am the worst when I'm showing properties. People will be like, "Is that staying?" I'm like, "I don't know. I have to find out," and then I forget. You harass me. Please harass me and make me double check.
Yeah, again, we're going to say it out loud. The buildings, portable buildings, are
Oh man, they don't always stay.
They don't always stay.
The shed is not included. So my house, my little tiny house, I finally got myself a cute little storage building, which is awesome because now my garage feels so big. It's amazing. So my storage building is mine. It doesn't have to stay if I sell my property.
Correct.
So I said if because
And
I
what's
have no
funny
intention
is
of selling my property.
They
but
don't really add value to your property.
No, they really don't.
Which is crazy because them buildings are like $6,000 to $10,000 sometimes.
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them are
Not mine.
200.
But here's the deal. I mean, again, if that's important to you and you want that, we need to make sure that we ask for it in our contract.
Yes. So I sold a house to a guy the other day, and it has this huge portable building. It's like a 16 by 32. It's massive.
That's a big one.
It is huge. And he said, well, what are we going to do with the property? I said, first thing you do is get that building out of here because it adds no value to the house. So let's get it out of the house so we can sell the house. And so he's going to drag it out of there and sell it separately. So.
Alrighty. So next up on my little list is, these are questions that you would want to ask when you're buying a home. Are there any additions or major renovations to the property? Okay, so this gets tricky because we always assume that kind of stuff is going to be on the property condition disclosures. I don't think that every seller reads the disclosures the same way, and so they're not always included. Like flippers, I don't always see somebody who's flipped a house say, I did this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that.
Because the
and
list
that
would
too.
be like 14 pages
Oh
long.
my gosh.
Massive renovation.
Yeah, they say massive renovation, but what does that mean? So we want to ask questions, and if you need some specifics, make sure that you tell us so that we can get you that
So
information.
for example, if you bought a house that was wired by a non-licensed electrician, but it's been new, you should still ask questions. Like, you should have a home inspection.
I think you should have an inspection every time.
It does.
I think a brand new build. Did you just say that because I wasn't listening?
I was expecting you to comment.
My bad.
And
Yeah, well, I was trying to do the Facebook thing because, I try to do all these different things at once. One time my mom told me, you don't like it when I do this. I said, really? You pays me to. Okay, so yes, 100% I believe that.
Yep.
And here's why. Even with new construction, even just simple things like, and finding that oh God, this is why I'm not talking tonight because my brain is not functioning. The plumbing underneath the bathroom cabinet isn't always tight. I don't know how many times new construction we've had a leak underneath the bathroom cabinet.
Yep.
Not a big deal, but you don't want to move into your house and have to do that on your own.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't. So we always do a home inspection. Always, always, always,
Yep,
always.
I did. I should have. I didn't. And
Yeah, right.
And it cost me $10,000. So, next is insurance claims. So insurance claims on your house, they got this new, the comprehensive loss underwriting exchange. So they report. So if you get a new roof on your house, they're going to report it to this exchange. And then if you pick your insurance up with any insurance carrier, it's now reported.
That's
So if
amazing.
you just cashed your check and didn't fix the roof and you sell your house, it will probably pop up. And so you'll want to know. So
Interesting. I didn't know that. That's really amazing.
it is. So I've had a couple of times when they said, hey, what all damage was
When
done
did
by
that begin? My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt
years
you.
ago.
Oh, well, then how come the insurance companies always ask me how old the roof is?
That's a good question. Probably
That is a good
prior to 2012.
So next week, Kevin Kansler's going to be on,
Okay, sweet.
and so we're going to talk to him about that. You have to make a note on your page because you've already got all these other notes, and I'm not making notes.
Got it, Kevin.
Yes. Okay, very cool. So, wow, my mind
Yep.
is blown.
So, because I sold the house, and they asked about the water leak, if it was repaired, and how it was repaired. And I was like, how did you even know? And they're like, well, such reported it. Insurance claim.
I think that's a really great question. How was it repaired?
Right, so,
Interesting.
yep. So that way you know if it's repaired correctly, or if it's just like, with a duct tape
Okay,
on
so
it.
this one I think is probably somewhat. I don't know that we would need to ask this. If I'm from Woodward and I'm shopping in Woodward, awesome. I didn't print Brian
Your
all
turn.
of the information. This is going to be fun. Okay, so the next little thing that it says to ask whenever you are looking at homes is the home prone to natural disasters? So I guess here maybe you would ask about flooding or something.
Tornado.
But I think, if you're from Woodward,
Prone
you already
to-
know.
You already know.
Are we prone to tornadoes?
No.
I mean, we've only had one in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
That hit us, our town, I mean.
Right. I would say we're not prone to them.
So I think that, I mean, so then I wonder, is that another relativity question? I think I'm saying the words wrong, but kind of like how we talk about on our property condition disclosures, and they say, is this a normal working order? Our versions of normal are different.
Yeah.
So I wonder if,
tornado.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
So yeah, so natural deaths would be like if you're on the ocean, and like every 3 years your house gets, hurricaned.
Some of our customers lived in a flood zone in Missouri, and their stories about flooding, it absolutely floors me. And they loved where they lived even. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of work. So it's a good question, and definitely something that I would want to ask if I were going, especially to a different area that I wasn't familiar with.
Right.
Do you have problems with water? Do you ever get water in your house? Like, I mean, I always think, maybe it comes up in the yard. I never really thought about the basement getting 6 feet of water. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm exaggerating. It's crazy. Okay, what is the age of the major appliances, systems, and roofs? So this is another one.
And it's deceiving. We looked at a house the other day and I thought, well, that system looks pretty new. And we pulled the code. It was a 2000 model. You know what 2000 was? 21 years ago.
Stop with the 20 years ago.
21 years
Atlanta.
old. And they say,
I'm 20 years old, right?
Yeah. Times 2. Okay.
Plus.
So yeah, your appliances. There's some codes and some stuff on there that you can take a picture of the identification plate, and the heat and air guy can tell you the age of them. Or your home inspector will do their, they will try to get you their age as well.
They try to, but they don't always. I've noticed that I'm not seeing that on every one of the home inspections.
Yeah.
So don't rely on that. So pay attention, ask the questions.
I just typed in serial number, brand, and it spit out and said this was made in 2006.
Awesome.
Like, sweet.
So I had another customer this week that had texted and said they needed to know the age of the appliances, systems, roof, And so whenever I text the agent, and bless her heart, she did a great job. She texted the seller, asked. But here's the thing: a lot of sellers have only lived in their home for the last, 3, 5, 7 years.
Right.
We don't know. I mean, I know because we all know all my stuff broke the same
new.
weekend.
Exactly.
I know exactly when my
Actually,
stuff
celebrates that
was
anniversary.
Yeah, I do. God brought me through one more little fiasco. All right, so anyway, so that could be kind of tricky, but yes, that's a great tip to look at the stickers on the appliances and stuff like that to see. All right, are there any hazards or safety risks is another question, and that actually is included on the property condition disclosure. So, all right, so do you want to take a quick break and then come back?
We'll hammer it out.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the mortgage department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender in MLS 677297. Phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
On Point Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call On Point Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861. All right, we're back, and our sponsors, we appreciate them for helping us support us putting the show on. And last week we were talking about Comfort Zone. They helped me out in a deal in Fort Supply. We had an air conditioner deal and whatever. It was hire the professional. I'm just going to leave it right there. And then,
you're learning that this year. That's like your 2021 learning thing.
Just do what I do. On Point killed it for us. We had a couple of surveys this week. last week, and they got them had some legal stuff out, legal descriptions out for us. Sherwin-Williams coming in next week.
Yes.
We're talking about
No, Kevin Kinsler's next week.
Kevin's next week.
Yeah. And then in a couple of weeks, we're gonna try to pre-record with Sherwin-Williams, and they're gonna be
Sweet.
here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and then Bank 7, they are always
Always
on
rock
point.
stars.
In fact, I sent someone to him.
No,
the other day
on
who-
point survey. I'm funny.
Yes. On Point may have came out and visited me at the fireworks stand.
Oh, did they? Are they gonna have a big show?
OEM, it's going to be massive.
That's fantastic.
So,
Okay,
You better get on their list. If you're not on their list,
I'm on the list.
invite list,
I don't remember them saying you should come out. I just remember them saying I should.
they
come
just
out.
told me to bring. I have to work
Oh,
on the 4th of July.
yeah, I don't feel bad about that. Okay, so back to the basics of home ownership. First thing first, whenever we're shopping for home ownership, is location, location, location.
Absolutely.
I don't even like to say it. It's like such a thing, but it really is a thing.
Makes me a difference. I love my location now. I guess
Isn't
I
that
would've
funny?
Never thought I'd live where I live today,
I would never have thought that either.
and geez, I love it. So
All right. I also think one of the things that goes along with location, so corner lots. Somebody was remarking yesterday when I was showing them some houses. They said, "Wow, a lot of these houses we've seen have been corner lots." That could be absolutely fantastic. Or it could mean that you have to mow a lot more yard.
and you have people
me.
walking through your yard all the time, or you've
Yeah.
got
Truth.
so there's goods and bads.
Yeah, so there's goods and bads. But the other thing too is like where the property is located, so busy street or whatever. And I was talking to another agent, Gary Whitcomb, in our office. Man, that house it would be amazing if they just put in a driveway. And
Circle
I'm
drive.
I'm
Yeah,
like
circle
thinking
drive.
it's gonna be $10,000-$15,000. He's like $3,000 circle driveway. What? Oh my gosh, do it.
Yeah.
It'd make a huge difference
Oh,
on that.
man.
Man, that would be amazing. So location, not just neighborhood, not just where if it's close to the grocery store, but also, I mean, corner location or interior lot, all those kinds of things. All right, amenities.
Circle Drive, that's an amenity.
Is it? See, isn't that interesting? It's part of the location, but it's an amenity. You know how I am about my garage. Like, I want to Bernice needs to be in the garage every night. Like, I really believe that.
Well, I got these cool new garage door openers,
Yeah?
but I have some LED light interference, and my remotes don't work quite right. I have
that's
to walk in
hilarious.
the house, open the door.
Oh, that's
Very frustrating. We're
terrible.
working on it.
That's funny.
It's very frustrating for my garage door guy.
All right, so other amenities are how many bathrooms do you need versus how many you want,
Right.
and if you need a storage building or a shed, if you want parking for your boat or your camper. But here's the big one. I think
Internet.
it was always kind of a big deal, but I think after the whole pandemic began and so many people were working from home, we've got to have good internet now.
Yep.
We realize how imperative that is in case we're stuck at home. For me, stuck at home. Some people like it. I don't understand. All right, security. We talk about this one's phrase. We're not even going to read that part. The security of just owning your own home. There's like an independence. Haha. Say
Fourth of
it.
July.
So there's a freedom in being your
Yes.
own homeowner. I can paint my door yellow. You can. I don't know.
Whatever color she wants it. I can mow or plant trees.
Like I
or-
always say that the painting seems to be a big deal, and I don't even. It's not like I paint all the time. Having the pet, that's a big deal to me.
It's a big
Like
deal to a
I
lot of
knew
people.
I wanted to own my own home. I did not want any of the responsibilities that came with it, but I knew I wanted another dog. And now I don't know what I was thinking, but I sure like having my own home with my yellow door.
That's right.
So, all right, so independence and security comes with homeownership. Being able to make decisions on paint repairs, updates, we already said that. Sorry, my bad. All right, interest rates are still good. So right
Oh,
now,
man.
basic homeownership, interest rates are still good.
We locked in a couple at 2.5. We didn't. Their lender locked them at 2.5% for 30 years. 2.5%.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane.
That's awesome. I missed that one. Okay. Emergency fund, home equity loan. Do you want to talk about that? I don't think you have a lot of time.
We don't have a lot of time. That's something we need to hit in a couple
I want
of
to talk about this. We talked about real quick before we came to the show. There seems to be kind of a trend that homeownership, you have more likelihood of having real roots in your community, being more entrenched in your community, and being more involved. There's just some benefits that are not tangible that come with homeownership. So, all right, is that it?
That's all. Well, thanks for listening to us. This is the Brian and Kendra Show. We appreciate you hearing us. Give us a shout if you have any questions on real estate.